Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teacher Snoop. Today I have with me once again Pika.
Hey,
And
last
today,
time in this place.
yep, and today
Yeah.
we are going over, once again, to be helping out with one of his videos, The Death of Superman. And first thing to keep in mind is everyone always recognizes if you have the trace, him punching at the wall, the bang bang. That was actually at the end of previous issues, and we don't really need to go over all of those because they're just for simple moments of him punching the wall and everything. So, but yeah, the death of Superman. This, while it wasn't the death that got me in the comics, it was the whole Death, War Without, and Return trilogy that got me into comics.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
this was a story that just, as I've always remembered the story. Every time they would hit a wall, they would always be like, and it's like, because they always have planning sessions because of how the triangle number worked. They would have planning sessions, editorial meetings, and everything. If they ever hit a rock, Jerry Ordway would always say, "We kill him, and he dies, and then Superman dies." But after they plan things out for the wedding, and then Superman and Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman, basically put the kibosh on it. They were in a sour mood. All their planning tossed out because they couldn't do the wedding right away. So this time when Jerry always say, let's kill him, everyone was like, yeah. They were in that bad of a mood. But I always remember Mike Carlin's line. And this is a line that I don't think many people recognize very well. It's like, okay, wise guys, if we kill him, what's next? And that's when they realize the death, as we're going to see here, is just a slugfest. The real story is what happens after. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, maybe it's kind of like looking at how the Superman Doomsday movie also was. The death is also pretty much the first act of that movie, and then the second act is pretty much the clone Superman, and the third act is them fighting.
Pretty much. But yeah, so let's just move right in. First of all, just look at that John Bogdanov cover. Doomsday in the suit. But yeah, so yep, clang, clang, clang. Doomsday is coming.
I know how to edit this.
Yep, clang, clang, clang. Doomsday is coming. I just love that, just seeing the different images as his hand is more and more being freed. Doomsday is coming. Doomsday is here. I'm just imagining the sound effects you're going to be using. Like,
yeah, I need to look up those. There's also like this kind of there's a Finnish, I don't know, alternate rock or heavy metal or some kind of grunge metal band called Turmion Kätilöt, which would be like the Doulas of Doom or something like, and they have some kind of like a Doomsday called song, which goes with which starts which. I'll see if I can get a copyright-free edit of that also added.
Here's hoping, but yeah, correct Doom. And notice, Doomsday's in that pose, Superman's in that pose.
Symmetry.
And have you ever played the beat 'em up game?
No, but I have seen images and videos of it.
The first level is based off of this issue. Because basically you see this young kid who I just forgot his name, but we'll get his name in a little bit. But again, these were characters that were already established beforehand. In this case, he was told something about his mom was, like, we have your mom and everything, and he's an orphan. So he's taking this literally when these are just a bunch of monsters who are just doing something that would normally be a lie.
Oh.
Like, he's taken seriously, whereas any adult would be like, hey, wait a second. My mom's dead. Or my mom's gone. But yeah, so he buys a bunch of glow-in-the-dark spray paint. But yeah, you sure that he's so awesome. He saved me 2 times now. He's my friend. I wish I could tell him, but I just can't. So there's only one thing left to do. You sure this paint really glows in the dark? Yeah, latest thing, guaranteed. Say, you aren't planning on using it on any subway tunnels, are you? No, of course not. At least not exactly. I'm scared, but I guess it makes sense to be scared. Meanwhile, we're seeing the Underworlders are basically meeting up a bunch of mutate creatures that were made very clear were created by Cadmus. These were their leftovers, their failed experiments.
Big something that Dr. Hojo flushed down the toilet.
Pretty much. But yeah, so he's heading on out there because they're trying to like tell him like where's the way, where the power machines are, the main control board is. So yeah, he's sneaking out there because he's saying, why does I keep thinking I'm doing something dumb? Maybe I better go over my plan one more time. Oh yeah, here's the thing more. There was more of a case where the people were threatening, saying, we have your mom, so leave us alone. And so normally that'll be a case of they get him scared off, but he's more a case of they have my mom. I want to see my mom. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, the monsters in the sewers say they got my mama, and they'll kill her if I tell anybody that they want to make war of the city. On the city. What if they're lying? What if they're trying to trick me? What if they don't have my mama after all? But they can't be lying. And can they? Mama didn't come back to get me from the orphanage because she couldn't, because she's the monster's prisoner. She wants to come, but she can't. But I'll save her.
Okay, yeah, now it makes sense. Yeah. Now just figured it out.
Yeah, you get what I meant by that now, right? Like, they were more saying it as a threat to keep him away, but it's going to have the opposite effect on him.
Oof.
But, and I like what he's doing. Smart. He's using this for arrows so he can find his way in the maze of sewers. What is this, a video game?
Yeah, probably. This actually reminds me of some kind of some old children's cartoon where they had a joke like this, where a character thought he was also making arrows to show that it went this way. He went, and then there wasn't even a jump cut. It came back to that. I just came back here. I'm going in circles. Like, I put an arrow. It points to the left. He walks to the left. Few seconds later, comes back from the right, and kids show cartoon logic.
Very much so. But yeah, now Lois gets a message saying to send Superman to the basement under the where the power plant is. A friend. Clark isn't around. Down. Sometimes he forgets to check his mail, especially when now remember at this point Lois knows and they're engaged.
Yeah, because Clark pretty much did that when they got engaged.
Yep. So she leaves him she leaves a message there just saying where to meet him at. So that should do it. Lois, got a one, Fran. Could you tell Clark there's a message for him on his computer? Oh, and Yep, and then Superman shows up. Right, he's getting the message. And again, I love the parallel of images. Look.
Yeah.
I love when John Bogdanov, he's an underrated artist.
Yeah, that's great symmetry.
Yeah, I just love that. It's like the hey, like yeah. I mean, nowadays I don't see anyone be raising their arms like, hey, what's going on? They'd be like, what's going on? But yeah, before he could read the message, we did it. We steal Metropolis electricity. Now city is helpless, and Underworld can kick butt. Now, obviously, this is not the start of an event. This tells you, even though this is something they've been building up to for a few issues, that's usually what it is. This is just the payoff point rather than a leading into an event. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nowadays, something like this would have led to, this would be in the Underworld War or something like that. No. This was just leading up to the payoff point of this issue. Doesn't mean it was an event. It's just the payoff point.
Yeah. It's like, think smaller, and do it big and make it bigger. Yeah.
Oh, now here's Lois. Look at this moment. I always loved this with Lois. The guy, Kloster's hand touches her. She does a big kick. Remember, she's an army brat. But I always loved about Lois. Like she at least she's not going to just let someone touch her like that. Like yeah, but of course it's like kicking concrete. Har har har! You know this, huh? Outside and in, through and through, cluster invulnerable. And then she meets a person who is named Charlie, who's there, who she's met at volunteer soup kitchens that Lois has been at. What are you doing? Charlie, what's going on? How could you? It's easy, reporter lady, and smart. You helped teach Charlie, didn't you? Peace societies reject like us all. You want to give us handouts, but Underworld got war machines now, and we take what we want. She might be useful as a hostage, Claw. Better bring her to the boss. And she be dead for an hour is up. No, so this is when he realized his mom's not there. It was just a lie. But because he's there to see Lois, he can now get word to Superman.
Huh.
But because he basically loved it, like, yes, I knew all along. They didn't have her. I just wanted to believe that I could find her and save her and make her love me. Aww. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's something you're going to breeze by, but actually, yeah, there's a point you might breeze by, but that's still a touching moment, isn't it? Seriously, Louise Simonson did some great writing.
Yeah. And you get also all the writers' images also to show that this person brought this point, this
Well,
or something.
When he got 4 writers to go over, that should make it easy.
Yeah.
Because here's the other thing is, you should make a note about this. You should make a note about this. The 4 books were themed. Action Comics was the action. Superman was the main Superman book. It was always about Superman. Adventures and Man of Steel had their own rosters of characters. Also, certain writers had dibs on certain characters. Like, well, everyone could use Lois. Lex Luthor. Roger Stern was the main guy who had, like called the most dibs. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I think I could do it like same like how I have been using backgrounds and like with Aquaman I use and the Superman video I use the backgrounds of the issues to show to show those how those driftings were happened. I could do this like same thing where like in this one like have both the issues cover and the writer in both in the background. As
that works. But but yeah, so Doomsday just pongs through his suit is totally getting trashed. But yeah, so what does he do? He runs on over there, like, monster don't have mama. That probably means that I'm never gonna find her. So basically, this is the point where he's Keith. Keith is his name. This is the point where now again, if you've been following us, you would have known that this is Keith, but it's been so long, But like I said, Keith, this is also about him finally coming to terms that his mom's never gonna come. He's always been under this delusion beforehand, but this is the first time he's finally come to grips. And thus he uses the spray paint to get his attention. And Keith, Superman, it's you. I knew you'd come. There's this reporter lady in the tunnels. Monsters have her. Oh, look at that. They have war machines, like they said. Now again, like this guy and this guy would be like, and the big guy here would be your normal. If you were doing the beat 'em up, would be the guys you'd be facing. But yeah, they're digging their way.
Get the game also. Look at some OB on some emulators or watch the game sound. I could probably get this game soundtrack also to use the background music.
Oh, that'll be a good one. But yeah, he tackles the borer, and then like I love this. He grabs it. Now Superman already knows how Cluster is, how tough he is. So like Superman, Rambo, get it, Rambo. Diversion 7. I got the grenade cluster, but where do I put it? What does Superman care what's destroyed in this? Hey, idiot, he got the grenade. I've had about it. I've had it with your distractions, Cluster. So eat Diversion 7. Pfft, good thing Cluster is invulnerable. Superman, coming for us. Activate War Machine now. Basically, this is going way too easy. These guys underestimated Superman.
Yeah,
what else to do?
Yeah, this is like the. Also, you could see this as a semi inspiration to how like how One Punch Man does it with well, Saitama is ultimately going to win against everyone, but most of the fight and stories are told from the opponent's point of view.
Exactly.
Like, we know that what's gonna happen eventually, but the build up that comes we're getting there is told from the eventual loser's point of view.
Exactly.
But actually, yeah. But yeah, Superman is gonna do it.
But yes, Doomsday's storming his way through. Now he goes and sends Charlie, but I love it. Don't you dare punch out Charlie. He's the reason we knew about the underworld scheme. We did? Sure, you're here, aren't you? Charlie's our informant. He's a hero. He saved Metropolis, right? But yeah, he was a pacifist. He helped out. I realize I've been overly focused on this. I gotta keep moving. So yeah, basically they're choosing to keep them locked up under underworld law. You know, their own laws and trials and everything. And so he'll be like, you be our correspondent. Deal. As they head on out there, now knowing that they can trust Superman. What the heck? Hey, buddy, get out of the way. What do you think you're... And next, so yeah, that's the start, and we get the Justice League issue.
Yeah. Since this is pre-crisis, the Justice League is...
Yep. But yeah,
Fire Icon, Blue Beetle,
yep,
Booster, Guy Gardner.
Exactly. But yeah, just just going through. They're helping get everyone out of that fire and everything. Now, I realize, one bit of dialogue I always found weird is Ice saying, my ice will melt some of the blaze. I'm like,
yeah, that
quirky. But it fits Ice. Let's be honest, it fits Ice, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
But anyway, we must find the beast. I agree with Bloodwind. Yep. Just to make it clear, because we don't find out here, but it's revealed later, Bloodwind is Martian Manhunter. But then he would eventually become its own character, a much better version of the Zorn stuff. It's but I always love this Cat Grant show appearance that Superman makes. All the while they're trying to find, the path of destruction. I can't thank you enough for joining us here, Superman. Interviews with you are a true rarity. I've always felt that if Americans are to trust us, they have to know us, Miss Grant. And without your trust, we are not effective. Yeah, all the while, you have Maxima and trying to figure out where he is, and she's sensing his bloodlust. Oh, geez, look at this with the deer. Oh. People always bring about the bird. I think this deer's even more brutal.
Yeah.
And I got referenced in Superman Doomsday. Rather than crushing the bird, he sees a deer and he breaks it, kills it. And I always remember the commentary. You know what they said in the commentary? Oh no, Bambi's mom! You should mention that. Okay. Doomsday kills Bambi's mom.
Oh.
You should if you're gonna make a reference that, you should reference that. Like Doomsday's killed a bird and a trucker and it's Bambi's mom.
Yeah.
And how else do you look at that, right? But yeah, of course, when they bring about him being the leader, like, it's unfair to others to paint me as the leader of the Justice League. We're a group of people who have gotten together to do a job only we can do. Everyone in the group has a say on issues and a vote as well. Now, again, I love this, how he's going to go over each of the leaguers while they're fighting for their lives. Oh, let's look at that. He grabs a chunk of wood and brings down the bug.
Ooh. Yeah, enough force. Doesn't matter what the material is, and
yep, exactly. Of course, yeah, they bring up, she brings up how he and Guy had a throwdown a while ago. Again, I get to summarize a lot of this stuff because this ain't the main part. But I love this. Kenny, I was wondering, what do you superheroes do when you're not bashing bad guys? I mean, do you get together and party all the time, or what? Now, something else that you'll be seeing in the video that I've done with Jared in 2 days as of during the recording of this, when we did Day of Doom. One thing I kind of realized something. Before 9/11, most comic stories would have this wanton destruction without caring about the consequences.
Obviously.
But in Day of Doom was when Dan Jurgens would actually look and realize after 9/11, oh crap, I made a completely walking destruction that's probably going to have way more casualties than we ever showed.
Oh.
I just want to point that out, that you're going to see so much in here, but this is still during a point when most writers didn't care. This is also a couple of years before in Busiek and Perez's Avengers, where an entire country was wiped out just so Ultron could make his face be seen, his face be made from their corpses to be seen from space.
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna be like. That makes me also maybe think about the whole things that maybe even when writing fan fictions and all other stuff. When looking at how much destruction the villains do, and you need to acknowledge, okay, yeah, that place is gone, that place is gone, that there's that collateral damage, that collateral damage, and so on and so on.
Exactly.
Before we reach to metal, I've already asked you to check out that one metal rewrite I did at one point. But I think I also did one the Forever Evil rewrites as well, and then they thought, okay, they go do this, they go do that, and I need to acknowledge, okay, yeah, they die, and in the final chapter, all because fan fictions were written as like book chapters, there need to be acknowledgement that they're rebuilding and recovering from everything else that they were doing.
But yeah, he's just plowing his way through everything, and I love it. We Justice Leagues have a variety of interests, just as you and your friends do. Blue Beetle's an inventor who enjoys his free time in the lab. Maxwell is busy adjusting the Earth, while Guy Gardner tends to have be a little more creative in his free will. Of course, Guy's the first one who flew in there and gets his ass handed to him. Speaking of Guy Gardner, why won't you let him be a Green Lantern anymore? Why'd you fire him? I can assure you that we had no regard and we have no say regarding Guy Gardner's Green Lantern Corps status. It is their call all the way. Yep. Oh, and this is where we be introducing to a character we will be seeing for a long time, but I just forgot his name now. Mitch Mitchelson. Anytime you talk that Dan Jurgens deals with the deaths, Mitch is always there. For good reason too.
Because it was there to see it happen.
Yep. Oh yeah, but I love this. I was wondering about Fire. Does she score as high on the barometer as it seems? Nice question, Spud. Fire is good at her job and a terrific person. Next question. Notice he doesn't answer it. He just simply moves on because that's Superman. Oh, but I was, wondering, man, if there's anything out there that really frightens you. I mean, I'd get scared facing all that stuff if I was you. But yeah, look at it. They're just, pounding Bloodwind and they're getting their asses handed.
Yeah. Doomsday is just tanking everyone.
Yep. Good question, Miss. See, one way or another, fear is always part of the job. I'm afraid of failure and afraid of hurting innocent people. And to be candid, I've been afraid for myself. I've encountered things powerful enough to kill me. What about all that, hitting and violence? Don't you ever get tired of it? I mean, isn't there a better way to work things out than caving in someone's head? Oh yeah, by this point, Blue Beetle's finally figured out who Bloodwind is. But before he can even acknowledge it, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And believe me when I say I wish that violence wasn't necessary. The violence is the price we pay to accomplish a greater good. As heroes, we choose to protect that good with our lives. Oh, now that's an image that also will be reused. This moment here, because we'll be seeing a better one to start the next issue. Because Superman gets word about the attack going on and everything. Booster's about to get pounded, sent flying, and Superman catches him, and he says, "It's like Doomsday is here." Forever be remembered that Booster's the one who named him Doomsday. Yep. Now we lead right into the next issue 74. This is the true start of Doomsday. Oh, see, now there's that image there.
Yeah.
Poor Ted.
Yeah. He was on how many...
what?
I I remember watching the Blue Sky retrospect that Linkara did on Blue Beetle at this point, that he was in a coma for a year after this, or was it
for about a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ice is begging Maxima, get him out of here, Ted out, because he needs the attention the most. Now, of course, she feels because she aided him against Starbreaker, which this league can't help deal with a while ago, basically saying, I owe you one. So flies out. This explains why Maxima, one of their only other heavy hitters, is off the board for the moment. But of course, Ice is the only one left, and Ice, yeah, she doesn't stand a chance. But see, there's Mitch. He's heading on home. Now, his mother is a single mother at this moment. His dad just took off on everything, and she's struggling. And unfortunately, by this point, Mitch is being this selfish teenager. Yeah, well, it's thinking his mother's like, oh, well, they got divorced. I should have rephrased. But I love it. Like, where's the soda? And sorry, but your sister isn't feeling well. I'm tired of that kid always being the one who rates her out here. Typical bratty kid. But I love, like, geez, no wonder Dad left and wants a divorce. Now, you can see here, he already regrets saying that, but he's too prideful. I love moments like that, don't you? When you say something stupid, you know you hurt someone, but your pride is telling you, you made your point. Leave her to cry. Like, going to errand, see you. Wait, do you hear it outside? Oh, and poor Ice. Now look at that. Our car. Check it out. The dude did all this with one hand tied behind his back.
Priorities.
What was it you called him, Booster? Oh, yeah. Doomsday. Now, this is the moment where you remember Superman, when he's prepared for it, he's ready for it. Ready for that one. Like, that punch looked like it could have caved in a mountain. Superman took it. Now, remember, at this point, Mitch thinks Guy's the man. Superman's a weenie. Remember that. But like, big deal. Spud was too slow and stupid to duck. Now, obviously, Superman wasn't prepared for that one. Again, it's kind of like with Goku. Remember what was revealed in Revival F?
Yeah.
Resurrection F? You know, they can be so powerful, but if their guard is down, even the weakest of attack can go through them.
Yeah, like Sorbet just shot Goku in the back.
Yeah, exactly. So that's similar here. Superman ready for it? Ching! Not ready for it? Pull! But yeah, he brings the house down, and now Booster getting knocked down, and poor Ice, she's down, and he doesn't care. Look at that. She is down, wounded. He then punches her and breaks some of her ribs. That tells you he don't care. Like, no, not my baby. Please, not my baby. Back off. Get your family off here, miss. I'll cover your escape as long as I can. But yeah, all of the rest of the leaguers show up, and they pour everything on him. Everything. And the mom, of course, like, we got to get this poor woman Ice. Get her out of here. But yeah, they waste everything. Booster, for the first time in his existence, drains his suit on this. And Fire spends herself, and so does Guy. They're all spent. But for Booster, this is a big deal. He's never drained his suit this much. And it did nothing but release him. It removed his handicap. And they gave him more trounced. And look at poor Booster. A door slammed on his head.
Three strands door and
his suit is trashed. This is why eventually leads to him having to wear the armor.
Yeah, this is the one with the where he has the higher back collar like this, and then after this, where
sort of. They kind of bring back the collar a bit. Oh yeah, look at this. Bloodwind. Nice going, Bloodwind. He was going to use his eye beams, but then jam. Boom. And then Doomsday leaps. Everything's going to fight burning down. And Mitch is just panicking. He's like, the jail is really bad. But his mom and sister aren't even the worst spot. So he's saying, Superman, please, you gotta help me, please. And Superman's wondering, like, if I gotta stop him, but I gotta help the kid. He said this moral dilemma. That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually something else that they bring up in the where they brought up in the that one of the examples that they were talking about well, or not talk about, but refer or compare to what BVS was also trying to think about what Superman
this
can
moral
and can't
dilemma
do.
here of like, do I stop him? I know how dangerous this monster is, but I can't just leave Mitch and his family to die.
Yeah, it's that. It's also kind of something similar to how I remember in the 60s Batman show. Also one of the things that Adam West told Burt Ward that if you have to choose between running after a villain or helping a civilian on the ground, you always go for the civilian on the ground.
But when it's something like Doomsday, though.
Yeah, well.
Now, by this point,
before Doomsday was created.
By this point, if you notice, there was 4 panels on that issue. 4 panel pages. Now, oh no, this is the 4 panel pages. Sorry, this is the 4 panel grid. Because eventually we go from 4 to 3 to 2, then 1. Did you ever notice that?
I will now pay attention to it when it
yeah, look at the pages. There's 4 panel grids. So yeah, they're heading on out there. I see it. Each of it's 4. Now, for some reason, Mitch is a black-haired kid here. Whoops. That's a bad coloring mistake.
Yeah. And so is the mom.
But they fixed it here. They fixed it here.
Yeah, it's darker gray. No, sorry, darker brown.
Hold on. All right. I'm going to type something in the private chat very quickly.
Oh.
So yeah, I was going through this fast, but I think I could slow things down a bit.
Yeah.
Yep, but I'm just double checking one thing very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, hold on. One other thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bitch is constantly yelling out.
No.
Yep. But yeah, and again, look at just how banged up everything. Now, just to point out, also the artwork by this point has gone to Tom Grummett on pencils and Jerry Ordway on artwork, and I love Tom Grummett. This is classic artwork, isn't it?
Yeah, this looks.
Oh, by the way, I think I know why they went with the black hair, because look, they even did that with his mom. Whoops.
Yeah, I pointed that out there too.
Yeah, the mom too.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's now running out. The smoke is making it too much hard for him to keep yelling. But yeah, Superman is just in this conundrum. What do I do? So what does he do? He grabs him and shoves him into a sandbank. And now, thankfully, Bloodwind is able to save him and try and get. Well, Superman's able to fly in and catch him and get out of there. Bloodwind teleports because he's still trying to keep his identity a secret. But yeah, they got everyone out there. Guys, tell you, take him down for us, or I'll kick your butt when I get out of here.
Huh.
Unfortunately, Doomsday jumps out and takes down that chopper. Thankfully, the people survive in this one. And Superman grabs the missile and throws it right at him. I love it. Like, and while Mr. Destructo's in free fall, Mr. Destructo. But mother of pearl.
Next to the police station.
He didn't know where he was going to land.
Yeah, no, I didn't know, but what are the odds?
But Superman catches up right in time. The gloves are off, Doomsday. I'm tired of treading lightly. Hot damn, those good old boys are tearing up Main Street. Get the governor on the phone. Is it possible he's getting stronger? Again, look at this artwork.
Yeah.
And again, look, you're keeping it to the 4 panels, like I said.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is.
Yep. We've been speared. Geez, he speared him. Was that? It was the lamppost or the sign.
Yeah.
But Maxima joins in to help out. I love it. Bam! You can't just barge in here like that, lady. This is Lois is trying to get to Jimmy. Why? Because Jimmy's been on the side taping episodes of Turtle Boy. Thanks to Kat, she's able to get in there because Kat's been working on GBS. And hi, Turtle Boy. And Jimmy, the chief will have your hide. Your lunch hour isn't 3 hours long. Lois, taping ran a little long, but this is my first TV show. Why are you whispering? Perry wants us to cover this Doomsday incident. Ned's waiting for us at the helipad. Hurry up! Like, you two better look at going going first. GBS is about to interrupt the brave and the bold for a news break. Come on, Turtle Boy. That's Mr. Turtle Boy for you to you. But yeah, they're showing how Doomsday is just pounding.
Well, it was because in the pre-crisis, it's almost because Jimmy Olsen had those.
Boy. He actually turned. This is just a reference to it.
Yeah, this is the realistic post-crisis reinvention.
Yep. But yeah, I'm just a little TV show. Oh, we got Lex Luthor Jr. with Supergirl. Now, yeah, that's by Stern would also have the bigger handling on Supergirl by this point, but again, everyone else still had free game for moments like this.
Yeah, Supergirl was the Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix Supergirl who saw this, and Lex was posing as his own son. But basically, yeah, he's trying to keep her from, going out to help. Meanwhile, then we're having Maxima is doing what she can to face off. Of course, then there's people in that store. Like, there are always innocent victims in battle. Don't you dare and do not dare to impugn me, Superman. Leaves herself wide open. Keep on pounding. Again, she's doing a good job at helping out, but she's too hot-headed. Which leads to this stupid moment. There's water and there's gas. A gas main. She decides, like, hold tight, Kryptonian. Maxima will not miss again. Maxima, the light bulbs are going to spark. She's down for the count. Superman's just stunned, and Doomsday's able to just stomp away. Yep.
Guardian.
Oh, I love this. Tell your friends. Wake the neighbors. Doomsday is here. Now we're getting to action. Notice 1, 2, 3. Get it?
Oh yeah, big two.
Yep. Now this is with Roger Stern and Jackson Geis, later Butch Geis. But yeah, the destruction's getting worse. Now the Doomsday is near. Your Doomsday is coming. Doomsday is near. But yeah, so he's like, I'm going to head out there. Get her to a hospital. I'll stop Doomsday if it's the last thing I do. And this is, again, more and more destruction as he's just storming through everything. Meanwhile, we're also jumping ahead to, because he's thinking about when he had to deal with Draga or Lobo in the past. And saying how Yeah, there's a frightening thought. Lobo's giving me a hard time more than once, but Lobo's power, his rage, doesn't begin to compare to Doomsday, and it shouldn't. Doomsday has no mind. He's pure id, not id, animal instinct.
Yeah, and nothing but instincts, yeah.
Yeah, by this point, nothing but instinct. As he's just storming through everything. Like, I'm flying! It was being like, I'm flying! Whee! You know that audio, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember where it's from. I just remember hearing it in little bits. But yeah, he helped save the guy and everything. I hope you're real. Otherwise, I know I'm dead. No chance of that, sir. Keep talking and take long, slow, deep breaths. Don't go into shock on me. But yeah, again, just keeps on stomping through as it gets to a Lexmart. Everyone is running out. And I'm like, my kids, oh God, where are my kids? Again, a little bit of dialogue like that. You realize they're dead. They're probably dead. Again, I don't think they were meaning for that, but how else are you going to read that, right?
Yeah, it just shows that it's chaos, pandemonium,
and again, during Day of Doom, there's a point where a guy mentions how Doomsday destroyed a bus and just killed everyone. Just didn't care. He just like grabbed an old lady and crushed her. Now, again, we didn't see it, but the guy describes watching it. That's the type of thing. Oh, yeah. Hey, you! Yeah, I'm talking to you! Come closer! You don't want to miss a single moment of the greatest spectacle in the history of professional wrestling. I'm talking tag teams. I'm talking steel cages. I'm talking knockdown, drag out, grudge matches. I'm talking about War Bash 9000 this weekend at the Metropolis Arena. I'm Mayor Mayhem, troopers, and I'm out for blood. I'm taking on Mighty Gorilla, Ugly Ben and Studley, and the Masked Bone Crusher, and I will prevail. This time it's war. Pro wrestling as you've never seen it before. This weekend at Metropolis Arena. Now where are you gonna go? Metropolis. Now, of course, Jurgen was later revealed it was Superman being Kryptonian that led him there. This just, I think, just gave him more of a direction.
90s, it was the cool thing.
Yep, but yeah, he ends up pounding him into the docks, and everything. They're just punching on everyone, whereas Lois is just reporting, because by this point, she thinks he can handle it. Of course, Matrix Supergirl wants to still head out there, but Lex is basically like, you're the last line of defense if Superman falls. Superman can handle him, and I can weather the loss of a Lexmart. Trust me, pet. Trust me, pet. Really?
Yeah, that was in the 90s. Probably meant something else.
Metropolis will feel better knowing that you and Team Luthor are home. All right, I'll stay. As if Superman ever really needs help. He's always survived, despite my best laid plans. That's the other thing I love is Lex. Even he thinks like, oh, the big blue Boy Scout will handle this. And Superman will be just fine. Yeah, he ain't being fine. Metropolis. Warbush. Oh, no. He remembers that stupid commercial. He's making a connection. 60 miles might as well be 60 paces to this monster. Oh, geez. Things are just getting worse. And he ends up tossing Doomsday way off to where Cadmus is. To their old habitat. An old location research area that's pretty much a tree-grown city that he can utilize and just bring everything down. Guardians called over there to come and help stop him as Jim! But then Doomsday catches him off guard and knocks them all out. And soon, he's getting ever so closer. Now again, notice, 3 panels.
Yeah.
Next. Okay, I see these cover scans are not good. And this is on DC Universe.
Oh, shit.
Now look, 2 panels.
Yeah.
Roar! Metropolis, Lois, you sighted him yet? Negative, Fran. The planet's choppers is and chasing Doomsday fast as they can. So yeah, like forget it, Doomsday. Your rampage stops here. Again, they're just whamming on each other, doing everything they can. While Lois is just reporting. Jimmy's taking photos. They're not realizing the gravity of the situation here, because for them, yes, it is bad, but he's been through worse as far as they think. I mean, I don't blame him for thinking that. Do you? Can you?
Nope.
Because this would feel like business as usual.
Yeah, it could be. Might as well. But
yep, but yeah, it just keeps pounding through. Now, this would be the area, I believe, the construction site that John Henry Irons is on that would collapse.
Oof.
That's what this was always implied to be.
Yeah.
Because what other skyscraper construction area has Superman landed in? This is the only one.
True. Is John Henry in every...
Oh, he didn't show up until... But obviously, they didn't think about having this be that moment. That would be something they would realize after the fact.
Okay, hindsight.
And because it was Louis Simons and John Bognoff who created them. This is still them creating that. So they probably had this idea in mind. Oh no, they didn't, because they didn't come up with the fourth Superman until during the World Without era, the funeral era time. Because remember, they didn't know how they were going to bring Superman back. But yeah, there's the Underworlders, except for Cluster. Doomsday punches through, lead us, he kills them! He flat out kills them except for Cluster. They even say, like, lead us!
Surullista.
Like, he even steps on that guy's head! As long as there's black blood, you can be as gory as you want. But yeah, they leap up out there. Unfortunately, there's a gas main and choppers almost crash. Even now at this point, finally, he sends Supergirl out there. Oh geez, look at that. Ugh! Don't worry, I have him. Damn! Didn't do much.
Yeah, that's
because she's never dealt with someone so powerful. Oh, there's Emo Hamilton and Bibbo. They're wearing force field belts and they're ready to use this weapon to help.
Okay.
Damn, we got him. He's crashing right on the top of them. Thanks to the force field belt, they can jump for it. Oh, this is where we see Keith and the Mirror at the orphanage. Mirror was the host, the main person, running the orphanage. She would sacrifice her life many issues later. Again, I love how they build up these characters that you care about. That was one thing I love about the Triangle Number era. You would build up characters that you would have a good attachment to. Maggie and Turpin, fire! He ain't stopping. The Superman catches Dan, thankfully. And by this point now, you can already tell, since he's bleeding, that tells you how vulnerable Superman is. Because remember, it was established by this point. His bioelectrical aura would make his suit, so long as it was skin tight. So his suit, not his cape, as invulnerable as he is. If it started to get trashed, that's when you know his invulnerability is weakening.
Yeah.
So since it's been getting trashed and he's bleeding, that just tells you how much more weaker he's getting. Because capes, dime a dozen. His outfit, that's the indicator.
Yeah. That by the way reminds me okay, we're getting to the end of the issue.
Yep, go ahead.
Wasn't there something like this around this era, or something that where Superman's powers were pretty much made to be, or something to be like to work like a solar powered? Like if he's fighting in the sun, it's like a phone that's constantly on a charge.
He wouldn't be able to get up to a degree. It is. But you gotta remember this, stuff like using his heat vision takes more of his solar energy than just flying or punching. You gotta remember that. He's still a solar battery. So, and by this point, he's still restricted. They didn't do the open his mental block that he would do for Our Worlds at War. Hell, he gets a bit of a power boost at the end of Return of Superman. But yeah, he is not at his broken. This is still during the restrict era. He's still the mightiest, the strongest. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But this is it. The big issue, and it's nothing but splash pages. It stops here, mister. This insanity ends in Metropolis. Now here they're allowed to use the red blood. Now these are I believe, the Cadmus troops trying to help out as they can. But oh, look at that! Like, brings down the chopper. Thankfully, it was just close to the ground. But then, man, I can't believe this. I may be getting the greatest pictures ever, but it's costing us half the city. Superman, you all right? I'd like to get you two as far from danger as possible, but I just don't have the time. No telling you how many lives Doomsday could take while I'm gone. And he's shrugging off that cannon and fire like it was nothing. He's unstoppable. Please, maybe you should retreat and get help. If Jimmy's right, too late, Lois. The JLA has already fallen, and there are too many innocents in jeopardy right now. It's up to me. Clark, I just remember, no matter what happens, I'll always love you. Always. But now, Doomsday gets his! Wait,
good
come
thing
back.
the cameras were looking at everywhere else when that was happening.
Yep. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen the big guy so fired up. That, and I'm pretty sure it's noisy. I'm also pretty sure it's noisy.
Okay.
You know, Doomsday's attacking everything. There's so much going on. I don't think they're being that loud, you know, when they're speaking.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, Jimmy's in the zone.
They had a blind spot there.
Yep. Nobody tears apart my city. It gets away with it. I don't know what hole you crawled out of or where you came from, but I'm sending you back. So yeah, Cat's recording on everything, watching it all as it's going, and then he gets shoved into the ground. Stay back, Miss Light. We don't need to get that close to get a decent picture. Don't worry about pictures. Superman's in trouble, and I intend to help him. How?
Ooh.
Okay. It's insanity. She's not thinking straight. Yep. I don't think we're gonna get that chance. Grizzly's coming this way. Move while you can, Jimmy. I'll distract him while you run. Enough, Doomsday. If you want to get your hands on my friends, you're going to have to kill me first. What is he? What does he want? Oh, look at that angle. Look at that. He wants destruction and death. To stop him, I have to be every bit as ferocious and unrelenting as he is. But you can't. He wants to kill you, and you can't. Bony protrusion, so sharp he cut me. I'm hurt, bad, compared to stay conscious. Must take him down now. If those bones are just extensions of a skeleton, chink, roar, yes, I finally managed to hurt him. Oh, look at their pounds breaking the glass. Exhausted, but I have to keep fighting until I drop, or he does. They're hitting each other so hard the windows are shattering. Watch out for falling glass. That's it. Looks like we're both betting everything we've got on this one for Lois and Jimmy for this entire city. I've got to put this guy away while I still can. Roar! Like weary boxers who have gone the distance, the combatants collide in one last explosive effort. In the years to come, a few witnesses will tell of the power of those final punches, that they could literally feel the shockwaves. Others remember the enormous crater that resulted from the sheer force of the blow. But most will remember this sad day. As the day the proudest, most noble man they've ever knew finally fell. Now, for those who loved him, for one who would call him husband, for one who would be his pal, for those who would call him son, this is the darkest day they could ever imagine. They raised him to be a hero, to know the value of sacrifice, to know the value of life. For those who served with Superman, the protection of all life, comes the shock of failure. The weight of being too late to help. We didn't make it in time. You must survive. It cannot end like this, but it will. For a city to live, a man had given his all and more. Please hang on. The paramedics will be here any second. Please. Doomsday, is he? Is he? You stopped him. You saved us all. Now relax but it's too late. For this is the day that a Superman died. I mean, this would have been a closed page, and then you would open up to this. And here's something people have pointed out that I think is true. I think if Doomsday, he basically let himself go by this point. He was that battered in time. If Doomsday gone up, he would have gone up too. But once she made it clear you stopped him, you saved us all, he's like, good. Ugh. And just let death come to him.
It's kind of something that no other like. Understandable, like if there wouldn't be superhero paramedics or something, wouldn't someone try to get
We'll try to save him in the next issue. They try to save him in the next issue. Don't worry, all right? We see them try everything to try and revive him.
Including getting the sun.
Yep. Oh no, they don't try that. Because by this point, you would think that would work, but at this point, he's just, Again, no one would think to put him in the sun by this point. No one would think that. Because as far as they think, he's dead. That putting him in the sun wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
Now they do acknowledge, even when he's dead, eventually his skin will become too tough to do anything because it's still absorbing the solar light. So even in death, his skin can become unbreakable once it's reabsorbed solar energy.
Yeah, because that was something I thought about when we're looking at some other retellings of it, like Superman Doomsday. They fought during the night. BVS also at night. And
this was during the day or dusk.
Yeah, and you could say that there was dust in the air, dark clouds, and something that stopping the sun rays from getting to him. So that would have stopped. So that stopped it. But but you could say that while he still had breath in him, and he was taken to some kind of solar charge, he would probably have managed to maintain a pulse at the very least.
But again, by this point, he just let himself die, and by that point, he has no pulse. Or it's later than of course revealed the pulse is so slow, no one would check by the time the next one came. You know what I mean?
Okay, maybe I can.
But overall, what did you think of this?
Well, the presentation is also sells it very very well. And when you pointed out the whole thing that the panels are pretty much counting down.
4, 3, 2, 1. It feels like a countdown. Or no, it increases the action.
Yeah, action is increased, and the panels are counting down. That presentation, it really did work well. And not to mention, it was also sold as if like it could have probably been a tough challenge to get that Superman may have been able to deal with, wear down pretty much, and then when it came to him dying, that would have been a twist of it that you lead up there to try to make it. It's a tough challenge, but he will pull through. But then eventually it reaches this point where it's just whatever he still has left, and gives all that, and then
exactly. But again, this is just the slugfest. It's a good written slugfest. But there's a reason why I always look, if I had to rate between everything, by comparison, this is the weakest part of the trilogy. By comparison.
Yeah,
it's incredibly done, but the return and the funeral have way more character beats, way more drama, way more everything.
Yeah, when that's done in the aftermath and what this left on. Think about the previous imaginary stories or elsewhere that were done pre-crisis on how Superman died. Those were done as shock values and pretty much done like so and so I remember there was this one imaginary story. I have it in the same trade collection where I have For the Man Who Has Everything, where Luthor seemingly turned over a new leaf.
That's the Jerry Siegel written Death of Superman, I believe.
Okay,
that's where Superman died, and then exposes them to kryptonite while everyone watched.
Yeah.
And then he thought, I'll get away with this because I can promise to revitalize Kandor. And Kandor's like, nope, you're going to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, that's the one. Not to mention, yeah, but still, considering how the death is also like it was brought in
Well,
as if
this is the first time this was done as him being beaten to death.
Yeah, but still, while he was beaten to death, he was still fighting to hold the line and make sure that no one dies after him.
Exactly, that was the whole point. The League is down, and this is the point. Remember, this is the point where Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman is still mostly kept to her own book. For example, you gotta remember that. This is the point where Wonder Woman, Batman, the editorial fight-doms. The editorial fight-doms.
Yeah,
like Jurgens was able to use his league because Justice League by that point had fallen under the Superman editorial. That's why he could get away with that.
Yeah.
But all the other editorial fight-doms, there's a reason why the other leaguers didn't come in. Also, when you realize it's happening too fast, and there's too much destruction being left in the wake. Like even if Wonder Woman was to show up, she'd probably be too busy trying to help with all the civilians.
More likely. That's
you know
the
what I mean?
Empathy and acknowledging and prioritizing what needs to be done. And
yeah, but again, this is still an incredible story. Like I said, I say it's the weakest of the trilogy, but again, that's by comparison because it is nothing but slugfests.
Yeah. Then also it's because the death is unexpectedly coming there, and the last moment Superman realizes that he has to give everything he has, even if he has to die. This was like something that he would have known was coming, and he was trying to get his affairs in order.
Yep. Now I would say this: I think up until this issue, even with as bad as he was at the end of the previous issue, the Man of Steel issue, you still think he was coming through, but by this point, you're realizing, oh no. Oh no! Now, boys, by this point, everyone knew this is the death.
Yeah, readers knew because
it was because the news.
When this was coming out, was it advertised as Superman's death, or was it just advertised as Doomsday?
No, it was just Doomsday. It was just Doomsday. So let me rephrase that. I take it back. No one knew by this point because it wasn't until this issue that the news found out, and of course, it was a slow news day and everything. But yeah, originally it was just Doomsday. So as far as I think this is the point where as this issue is going on, first you think, oh yeah, Superman's going to take him down, but I think from this moment, as all of this is going on, you're realizing, oh no. But look, the fact that he finally started to hurt him by breaking the bone.
Yeah, well, now he's desperately fighting as dirty as he could as the last resort.
Yep. And just in that moment, that image there, as Jimmy would even say, it's one of his best photos he's ever taken, but at the same time, he regrets it. You know, like if I could just give away all these photos to bring him back, I would. And even when Superman came back, he still feels like dirty. He feels dirty for just taking it. You know what I mean? Even when Superman's back, he just still feels dirty.
In retrospect, it's also when Superman came back and went back to business as usual. This could have also been seen as the milestone in how far he is willing to go in order to protect everyone.
Exactly. But like I said, look at this. This is like 9/11. I think that's what Jurgens realized when he did Day of Doom. He realized Doomsday was pretty much the DC Universe's 9/11. And it was. Like, look at that destruction. Look at it all.
Yeah.
But this was, of course, when murder or death is a statistic at this point. But again, this is still well done. And now, whenever you get, if you ever do tell Superman Doomsday, I acknowledge why they didn't end the fight the same way, because they already did that when they had Doomsday show up in Justice League Unlimited. It was the Justice Lord Superman. It had the simultaneous punch. Like, they kind of wasted it already. So that's why they give us something more cinematic. But then in the Death and Return of Superman story, I believe they more emulate this again.
Yeah, that's.
In fact, that's one because one of the reasons why we're here is talking about that. The deaths. I think the deaths, while it's still that DC animated universe movie universe rendition of it, it still stayed more faithful to the comic than others have.
Yeah, that's gonna be outside of the few added changes because they pretty much needed to in order to tell the story they needed to off-panel break Superman with Wonder Woman so he
they can bring
go to Lois, replace the Justice League in this story with the new 52 Justice League.
Exactly.
And,
oh yeah, things like that were out of necessity, but it goes by pretty similar. I don't think they have Mitch in there, but most of the beats still match up. It's only once you get to the return point that things get a little more dicey.
Yeah.
Still though. But still, this. Oh, and look at that image of the cape. Just look at that.
Yeah, that's the iconography that the story usually covers, and that's about not to mention that's the damn DVD and book cover too.
Oh, that's always been of all the covers. Yeah, and again, just what did you think about everything? Just like how it started off as, oh, this is a tough guy, to, oh God, what is this creature? And again, I just like how, like with Mitch being one of those, like, oh, Superman's a wuss. Why? I like Guy too. Oh God, look what Superman just did to help. You know what I mean? It'll change his view going forward whenever we get to the funeral.
Yeah, it's also pretty much maybe could also see that if you look at the phrase your enemies define who you are, seeing Superman fight against a tough opponent like Doomsday would definitely change the mind of a person like Mitch.
Exactly. And and he saved his life. But again, just everything leading up to it just shows you just how unstoppable he was. That Superman would have to kill him still, give his life up to stop him. I mean, just wow, right?
Yeah. Then it was also his first time pretty much going there. I mean, the first time multiple different rounds all leading up to Metropolis and even there. Think about all the rematches Superman has with Doomsday in the following stories written by different writers.
Actually, no, it was still Jurgens for a while. It was still Jurgens for a good while. Jurgens was the one who did Hunter Prey and Doomsday War. And those were the next ones that you would have Doomsday. It kept those. And then he would appear in Our Worlds at War before, but that was just brief to show how bad Imperiax was. And then but then Lowell would bring him back, give him intelligence, but then they would strip that away. It was after the moment in 175. After that is when they started bringing him in as how tough he is and everything. But even by that point, they already make it clear how much Doomsday changes. I mean, Jurgens, like I said, he sets that up when he gets the origin in Under Prey.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's pretty much it for this story. Thank you so much for coming on for this, Pika.
Yeah.
And I hope this helps you out with your video.
Yeah, at the very least, I'm gonna write what I can before.
Right.
It gets to the point of rewatching the movie, and then and depending also how much I have before the move happens.
Right. But yeah,
by the time this comes out, I should have already been.
Yeah.
This comes out in February, right?
This should come out next Friday.
Next Friday is
the 19th.
Okay. I got an email today about the sellers told that they are gonna do a last minute cleaning then or over this week.
At least they're cleaning it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until then, see you guys on the next one. Take care.
And may your heart be guiding you.